Hello everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. In my previous video I showed you how to make a tote bag for your note cards and envelopes, and just after going off the video all I did was I just added one of the new beautiful ribbons in copper, and it goes really well with the early espresso. I really like it. It's a really shimmery and a very fine one, and it's only 1/8 of an inch, and it just looks lovely. And we're going to continue doing our male themed cards. Now, as promised, I said I'd come back and do the note cards with you. So we're going to use the new stamp set Heartland, and we're going to use the tractor mostly, and then we're also going to use the little boy stamp image here as well. Now in the earlier video I said to you the most economical way to get your note cards is with Stampin' Up is a pack of 20, and you get 20 envelopes and 20 pre-cut and pre-scored note cards. So to start with, we have 5 of those, so we're just going to roughly fold those in half. So I'll just show you what I do, and then you can take it from there. But I find this is the most cost-effective way. So then I'm just going to have them all together, and I'm just going to burnish them all at once. Under there like that. Okay, so then what I do, they're pretty flat, they're pretty well sitting. I usually just sit them under my grid paper while I'm just doing the front panels. So they're all pre-cut and scored, so I don't have to give you any of those measurements. Okay, so then the front mat, which is going to be in early espresso, we've got 5 of those to do. Okay, so that's early espresso, and they are 4 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4 of an inch. And then I've got some Whisper White, which is your second mat, which is going to go on top of here, and they are 4 1/2 inches by 3. Now, to save time, I've stamped the image on there. So using my Misty tool, I just stamped the tractor and the saying all together. So what we're going to do next is, I think I will just grab my multi-purpose liquid glue. And you don't need a real lot, just round the sides. And I might just grab the cotton bud, and it is a very dark and gloomy day here today, so I'm hoping that I've got enough light for you to be seeing this video today. So I just go around on all 4 sides, so we're going to do that 5 times. So just so you can see how quickly it is that you can make these. I thought I might have had 2 stuck together there. And I'm just eyeballing it. And these panels are going to go on the front of the card. Get another one. Now I find these are very popular as gifts, and I do get a few orders for them. So this is would be if I had a customer coming to ask me to do how much would one of these be. I normally sit down with the customer with see what their budget is. and what they actually want to do. With this one, for the cost that they wanted it for, I didn't colour it. Like, if they wanted to pay a little bit extra, I would have watercoloured it. So you can see how quickly these come together. So I've just got one more. And I thought just by stamping the image on there first, it's a lot easier. The tutorial doesn't go for too long. It's mainly the measurements and then just deciding what stamps, images you're going to use. And if you just cut all the pieces out at once together, it's so much quicker. So that's our 5 fronts. Then I have stamped the inside image for it to go inside the cards. Now a tip is to keep the cost down. I have actually stamped that just on normal photocopying paper. So one piece of photocopying paper has done it all, but I won't, if you use photocopying paper, don't use multi-purpose glue. You just use a bit of snail. So you don't need too much. This is just for them to write their message inside the card, and I just think it's nice having an image inside rather than just a blank piece of paper. So just checking that you can see what I'm doing. So I wouldn't use snail for the whole lot, like the fronts that I've done. I wouldn't use snail for those, because you've got to think how much, especially if you're doing it for an order, you've got to work out your costs. So using snail for everything, no, it's not cost effective. So getting the note cards and the envelopes from Stampin' Up is what I feel is the most cost effective, that I can keep the cost down for my customer and keep them coming back for me. So if you live in Australia and you're interested in any of the products I use, I am in Queensland in Australia, so you can just contact me through my blog or my email or my YouTube channel. So one little favour I'd like to ask you is that if you could just give me a thumbs up on my videos, because it does help my ranking in YouTube, with my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that, and I do appreciate you subscribing. I see so many of you subscribing and leaving lovely comments, and I do thank you for that. So that's how quickly it is to do the insides. So then what we're going to do lastly, or not lastly, is the front panels that we did. I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue for that. Just make sure I'm putting it down the right way, and we're just going to put the front panels on. So that's number one. So if you're a demonstrator and you're doing classes, these are an ideal item to do with the class, and teaching them how to make the matching tote bag as well. it would be a great idea for a class. So that's number 2. 3 more to go. So I will repeat the measurements at the end, but just remember I've bought the pack of note cards and envelopes from Stamping Up. So only 2 more to go. And if you're after any sort of video that you'd like me to do for you on any of the Stamping Up products, you've only got to leave me a comment. I'm more than happy to do any tutorials that you are wanting to see. I have a running list at the moment that tutorials that my subscribers have asked, but I'm always looking for more. I try and do 3 videos a week for you, so if you live in Australia and you don't have a demonstrator looking after you, please contact me. Or if you're wanting to join Stamping Up, I'd love you to join my team. You've only got to contact me for further details. I'm more than happy to give you a call. So that's our 5 note cards. So that was super fast, wasn't it? I mean, it's not really hard to do. So that's, and I like how they're a male theme. So that's the note cards, and that's our tote bag that they're going to go into. So I would just wrap a piece of ribbon around them to hold them together. Oh, one thing I nearly forgot to show you. The envelopes. The envelopes is what I stamped the little boy on each envelope. And I just think that added a little touch to it. So they will go with that together. I'll just wrap a little ribbon around there, and then they will just go straight into there for my customer. So I hope you've enjoyed that video today, and I hope to see you again, and please drop by and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate every single one of you. It's only by you subscribing helps me to keep going, because there's no point me doing them if no one's watching. So yes, so until next time, happy crafting.